Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Thursday, May 19th, 2016. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The Ministry of Agriculture has concluded a two-day workshop on bread making which focused on the incorporation of the root crop cassava. The objective of the workshop is to help to reduce the island's food import bill by using more local produce. The workshop, which targeted local bakeries, supermarkets, chefs, and agro-processors, was facilitated by the UN Food and Agriculture Organization FAO through its regional project coordinator, Vermaran Extavor.
What I've done essentially between yesterday and today was use grated sweet varieties of cassava to replace the 40% of flour in a basic bread recipe used by commercial bakeries. And again, commercial bakeries because they're the ones we buy a lot of bread. People are not making as much bread at home anymore, and as a result seems to be the most appropriate mechanism and entity through which to start this process. We also did bread using 25% cassava flour, and that flour also made a bread that is on the table for display. If you can tell the difference between that bread and the bread that you buy, let me know, because I'm really looking forward to the comments when you sample it as well, what you think about it.
Extavor's work with the FAO includes the establishment of national value chain mechanisms for the development of the cassava sector.
Essentially, what you would want to do in setting up your value chain committee is to have, given the role of the Ministry of Agriculture, given now that you have actual central processing unit, which to me makes Nevis have the most important tools that you need to start, because essentially agro-processing is not as well understood in terms of the requirements that you need to process. Additional work we're doing at FAO to support processing development is ongoing, but having your own access to manage production and to also processing allows you to be better able to schedule and link the production to a specific processing market and then onto the consumer market.
Speaking on behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, Permanent Secretary Eric Evelyn noted that the bread-making workshop complements the ministry's efforts with respect to cassava production and consumption.
We have been trying to lead from the department level where we're trying to produce more cassava. I know back in the day when we were growing up, the farmers used to produce a lot of cassava, but the production has tapered off where the farmers are concerned. And we from the department, we are leading from the front, and so we have decided to establish a few acres of cassava, and we are hoping that with this lead, more farmers could come on board. You would have heard of the importance of cassava in the region from Mr. Extavor, and I believe that our population in Nevis will come to the reality of how important cassava is.
According to Extavor, cassava has global potential as it has demonstrated to be climate smart, one of the most drought-tolerant crops, does not require a lot of water, is hearty, can stay in the ground for extended periods depending on variety and climatic conditions, and lends itself to being developed into other commercial products. Nevis has a new Junior Minister of Tourism following today's Tourism Youth Congress. The Congress, which took place this morning, was preceded by an opening ceremony which saw Coordinator Dawson Otley giving the welcome remarks and the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley, making the opening remarks.
Tourism is everybody's business. Let us therefore together, government, private sector, students, parents, the entire island, recognize the importance of this critical industry and treat it, nurture it, develop it, and be a part of it. I am very, very grateful to be here and to be surrounded by so many young people. They say the youth are our future. I say the youth are our today. You are here now, and it is your turn now to make a difference. Don't let anybody tell you to wait for 10 years when you grow up. Truth is that you must make an impact today. And the reality is that these students who are here today are representing their schools and will go on to represent Nevis in Barbados. And it is my hope and my desire that they will make the kind of impact for which Nevis has become rightly famous.
The Bank of Nevis has sponsored the Tourism Youth Congress for the last 4 years.
To the participants this morning, I wish to make the point that your participation in events such as these is not just about winning. You may not be the participant who advances to the regional level, but you can use the experiences and knowledge gained from your participation in the Tourism Youth Congress to make a positive impact on the tourism sector and, by extension, on our beautiful Twin Island Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and I dare say in the world in which we live. However, to the student who emerges the winner and goes on to participate in the Caribbean Tourism Congress in Barbados, all the very best.
The Congress takes the form of a round-the-table discussion which allows the secondary school students to address salient tourism issues through a prepared as well as an impromptu presentation. Judged the 2016 winner and earning the title of Nevis's Junior Minister of Tourism was Yolani Pemberton of the Gingerland Secondary School with her presentation on fostering entrepreneurship.
As Junior Minister of Tourism, I will seek to develop with my peers the first ever Uwali Green Vervet Monkey Sanctuary. This tourism venture will not only provide additional tourist attraction for Nevis, but it will also help to reduce some of the negative impact of monkeys on our agriculture sector. At the sanctuary, wild monkeys will be tamed by experienced individuals. Now, imagine yourself as a tourist. You enter the sanctuary. You are now at one with nature as you interact with these domesticated primates who literally welcome you in their language. As you continue your tour, the sanctuary provides the opportunity to explore the performance area where monkeys do special performances. You inch closer to the observatory where the monkeys are in a more natural habitat. The tour also provides the opportunity for you to pet and feed the monkeys. Yes, you can. It's not a dream. For a memorable visit, there must be a few Kodak moments. So take advantage of the opportunity to take photos. Your tour will not be complete without a visit to the gift shop stocked with various souvenirs at affordable prices. There will also be an educational room where audio and visual presentations are done on the history of the green vervet monkeys and the sanctuary. Furthermore, a monkey adoption program has been implemented, so feel free to fall in love with and adopt a monkey. Fellow junior ministers, the establishment of this sanctuary will certainly help to reduce the monkey problem within the agriculture sector, satisfy the tourist desire to interact with the monkeys, boost our economy through employment creation, and diversify our tourism product.
Gabriella Brantley of the Charlestown Secondary School was judged the first runner-up with her presentation on the customer's perception of the brand. Judged the second runner-up was Devon Rowland of the Nevis International Secondary School, who presented on the topic, Creating Flow Experiences. Pemberton will represent Nevis in Barbados during the Caribbean Tourism Organization's State of the Industry Conference for the chance to be named Caribbean Junior Minister of Tourism. Nevis last won the competition in 2014. The Royal St. Christopher and the Nevis Police Force has announced the confirmation of 2 acting inspectors to the rank of inspector and the promotion of 8 sergeants to the rank of acting inspector. Confirmed to the rank of inspector are Alonso Carty and Mackie Smith, effective May 1st, 2016. The sergeants promoted to the rank of acting inspector, effective May 1st, are Sergeant James Stevens of the Nevis Division, who will assume command of the task force and K9 unit and will have oversight of the traffic department in Nevis. Woman Sergeant Eureka Collins Percival will be transferred from the Criminal Investigations Department in Nevis to the National Prosecution Unit in Nevis. Sergeant Lanston Jeffers, who will be transferred from the Charlestown Police Station to serve as the station officer at the Bastille Police Station. Sergeant Everton Mitchum will assume command of the Office of Professional Standards. Sergeant Reynold Myers will be transferred from the Police Training Center and assume duties as an inspector in Division B. Sergeant John Bergen will be reassigned from the National Prosecution Unit to assume duties as an inspector within Division B. Sergeant James Francis of the National Prosecution Unit in St. Kitts will be reassigned as inspector within the Criminal Investigations Department in St. Kitts, and Sergeant Irving Bradshaw will assume command of the Special Services Unit. According to a release from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, promotion of the officers was the result of a transparent and competitive process in which all eligible sergeants were encouraged to apply for consideration in the filling of vacant slots. As part of the process, each candidate also appeared before a panel and was interviewed. Deputy Commissioner of Police Hilroy Brandy congratulated the officers and their families on behalf of the High Command and all other ranks. He encouraged them to continue to give of their best as they strive to make the Federation a safer place to live, work, and do business. Still to come.
So this is one of our way of raising funds so that we can in turn return some of these funds to some of these patients who have been affected.
We'll give you the details after this break.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Celebrating the old, showcasing the new. Culturama 42.
Welcome back. The Nevis Renal Society will host its 5th annual walkathon on Saturday, May 28th. According to Public Relations Officer Florine Williams, the walk is part of the Society's effort to promote caring for your kidneys and to encourage healthy eating and daily exercise.
The route we're going to have is Cage Bay, starting from Gateway, along the Island Main Road, to the Bypass Road, turn right into Product Road, turn right at the bottom of Product Road and end at the Old Artisan Village.
Vice President Sherilyn Pemberton spoke about the Society's aim.
One of our goals for the Nevis Renal Society is one, to assist patients who have been suffering from kidney failure or those who have had kidney diseases, and we also support them financially. So this is one of our way of raising funds so that we can in turn return some of these funds to some of these patients who have been affected.
According to Pemberton, various prizes will be won by the first male and female, the youngest male and female to complete the walk, as well as others. She invites persons to participate in the event.
We really would like to appeal to the general public to be there with us for this walk, for it's for a worthy cause. As Florine indicated, we'll be starting at 6 o'clock in the morning from Caseway Inn, and we are looking forward to your support.
T-shirts for the walkathon can be purchased from Pemberton, Williams, or Treasurer of the Nevis Renal Society, Paulette Hanley. St. Kitts and Nevis continues to maintain vigilance against all vectors, including the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which spreads the Zika virus and is confirmed to be in several Caribbean islands. Giving opening remarks at a workshop to develop a regional network on research and control of emerging vector-borne diseases in the Caribbean, being held in St. Kitts from May 17th to 20th, Minister of Health, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, said that undoubtedly the major vector issue is the endemic Aedes aegypti mosquito, and the evidence lies in dengue fever outbreaks occurring approximately every 4 years, and the outbreak of chikungunya in 2014. He said that St. Kitts and Nevis has no confirmed cases of Zika. The country must therefore embrace the mission of vector prevention and control. The Minister of Health emphasized that while the government is willing to work with stakeholders, the overall responsibility of vector control still falls to the government, particularly where economic earning industries such as tourism could be affected. The vision is maximize the networking to yield the strongest possible integrated vector management, Minister Hamilton said. Said Kisan Nevis's strategic goal is to combine and inform robust inspection and enforcement with regular and effective research, surveillance and performance assessment. He said government will spare no effort to strengthen integrated vector management, adding that in doing so it will need technical support from CAFA, PAHO, Ross University and other partners, and he challenged Ross University to expand its laboratory in order to service the vector control testing requirements of several Caribbean countries. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donna Sulkerson Keynes. Good night.